Hey everybody, I'm Kiora Balul. You know, if your car needs a little pick-me-up, this is definitely the place to come.
I'm Kiora Balul, live in Bend. We have amazing video to show you as we track the storms in Central Oregon.
We're here at Rust to Rods, the Hot Rod Superstore, and you are looking at a stock 1965 Ford Mustang, but let me tell you, it won't be stock for long. That old pickup line, what's your sign, just got a lot more complicated. A Minneapolis astronomer says everything you've been told about the Zodiac is just flat out wrong. The festival should bring in about 40,000 visitors, and you can see some of them right here behind me trying to keep warm in the line for the next film.
The right piece of information at the right time can make us the center of attention. Everyone wants to hear what we have to say, and that makes us feel important.
So what's it like to actually cruise in one of these babies? Well, Motor World went along with a Blaine Jensen RV to find out. Before we take off, let me give you the grand tour of this Sport Coach by Coachmen.
Okay, you can't pet this animal, but a baby porcupine was born at the High Desert Museum this week.
After falling ill and not racing in Milwaukee, then getting caught in the crash at Montreal, Ross Smith broke 2 bones in his right foot during practice here in Salt Lake City.
The effect of good customer service goes well beyond the time it took Brian to help David. Look at the difference it made in David's attitude. Local jobs are tough to come by these days. Unemployment rates have been on the rise for months. Now, changes. Some good, some bad.
Turning a stock bike into a custom fat tail is no easy task, and Dale Powell knows all about that, don't you, Dale?
Why, yes, I do.
As an employee, John has a legal and binding obligation to his client and his boss. He could go to jail for this one. Okay, here's what I saw on that first graphic.
Yes.
So you had that Doppler radar.
Yes.
Purple, white, light blue, dark blue, and my favorite, hot pink.
Hot pink,
Very
yes.
pretty.
Joe and Stephanie left their home here on the 16th of October, planning to be back on the 20th. But Mother Nature had something else in mind.
No kits, just cobras. That's right, authentic Shelby cobras. And they're all part of an amazing collection owned by one man.
Standing up on his skateboard is the first step, but actually making progress could take some pain. It's a huge opportunity to win some Monster Jam tickets. I'm Kiora Balul. I'm checking the tire pressure right now. I'll get back to you after the break.
What Carol did by turning around and leaving the room wasn't easy, but it was the right thing to do, and that makes it the ethical thing to do. Another question is, how long does Carol have to keep the information quiet? The answer is forever. If Diane makes her situation known to the other employees, then Carol can react in public. But until that happens, Carol is bound by her ethics to keep the information private. Like we said before, information is power, and it needs to be respected. Going back to the DICE system from an earlier module, you need to consider the consequences of your actions. This is especially important when it comes to maintaining confidentiality. Ethics are the rules we work by. They are the personal and professional standards employers require if you want to get and keep a job. The biggest difference is the emotional tie we have with those we're dealing with. If it's family or friends, there's an emotional bond between you. But if it's the company you work for, that emotional bond might not be there to help keep you on track. Define the problem. This one is self-induced. Helping out her friends with free coffee might score some extra points, but is it worth the risk? But ethical behavior starts long before you get to work. First, you've got to show up. Being ethical means doing the right thing even when you don't want to. There's no question that snowboarding is more fun than stocking shelves, but that's not the point. That's all it took to turn this entire situation around. John's not going on a free vacation, but he has his integrity and his job. In the first scenario, he would have lost them both. Internal customers are our coworkers, and they deserve and expect to be treated with respect. Internal customer service means protecting private information about fellow employees. That includes keeping our personal opinions to ourselves. Their body language communicated that they were more interested in talking with their coworker than helping the customer. In fact, the customer seemed to be a nuisance to them. No positive last impression here. She also showed empathy for the customer's situation. Having to return something to the store takes time and can be very frustrating. By acknowledging the inconvenience this process places on the customer, our employee has shown she understands what the customer is dealing with. Proper customer service is vital to every business, and a simple phone message may be your only opportunity to show that. Customers keep us in business, so the Platinum Rule isn't the exception in customer service, it's the guiding principle.
Welcome to Motor Mania, everyone. I'm Kiora Balul. We've got a ton of motorsports action ahead. Hot rods, hot bikes, big trucks, fun rides. So let's get right to it. Pretty much everyone's heard of Sturgis, South Dakota, home of the Black Hills Motorcycle Classic, but we guarantee you won't see it from this angle anywhere else. Our crew travels down there every year on their bikes, and they know how to capture the people, the places, and of course, the party. Shattering land speed records. It's what Bonneville Salt Flats is all about. And now professional and amateur motorcycle riders are taken to the salt thanks to the International Motorcycle Speed Trials. Miller Motorsports Park is home to the longest road course in North America, and many professional drivers can't wait to try it out. We were there as a handful of racers got their chance at the Sun Chaser Grand Am. Tim Allen may be a well-known comedian, but what you might not know is this guy grew up in Detroit racing cars, and he even owns his own race team. We caught up with him for the DVD release of Wild Hogs. Some people race cars, others go for something bigger, badder, and definitely louder. Monster trucks are known for crushing cars, but ever wonder what it would be like to be behind the wheel of one of these monsters? We'll show you. Now it's trivia time on Motor Mania, brought to you by Harley-Davidson. Here's the question: what was the first monster truck in the world? Well, that's it for us. We hope you enjoyed the monsters, motorcycles, motorsports, and much more. I'm Kiora Balul. It's been fun. We'll see you next time.